Okay, welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing a Design Spark mechanical tutorial, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to add colors in Design Spark mechanical. A subscriber had asked if I could show them how to colorize or texture something that's done in a program that's not as expensive as Rhino. And the only way I know to do it is the way I'm going to show you guys here. So we're going to go to File, and I'm going to open up a design that I had done the other day. So we have this here. So we're going to go change the view to trimetric, and then we'll do Control minus to zoom out. And I'm going to show you how to change this background color here to gray. So normally the default for this is white. So we're going to come up here to File. We're going to go to Design Spark Options, and then we're going to go to Appearance, and then down here in this Colors, right here on the second one, it says Background, then it says Color. So you can go ahead and turn this off, click on there, and then click that down arrow. The normal one is white, or it's a transparent color. So you could either pick the color of the background you want if you're going to take a screen capture, or you can come up here and do your gradient. And then you could change that either linear or radial. So we'll just keep it at gray. Just hit OK. This way, when you go to do your screen capture, you don't have to put anything in the background. Okay, so to change colors on this stuff, I'm going to come up here to Display, and then we're going to click on what we want to change. So we want to change this to blue. So we'll click on that, and then we're going to come up here to Color. We're going to go to the blue, and then we want to, before we jump out of there, we want to come down here to these opacities, and then we want to select one. So this is going to make our stuff, anything we have, transparent. So then now we want to colorize the bottle here. So we'll do one at a time, and then we'll come up to Color, and then maybe let's just do a green. So up here you have a face and you have body. So if you do the face, it's just going to colorize one thing. So we say we want that green, but we want the lid a different color. You can multiple click or two clicks, it'll select everything. So you want to make sure when you do the color that you're in face, because if you're in body, it's going to change the entire bottle. So say we want to make this maybe like a lighter, like a lime green color. Okay, so that's how we would change the first one, and then just repeat the process. Hold down Control key to get both of these. We'll come up here, make sure we're in face, and then we'll come down and we'll select maybe make that a red. And then we'll two clicks to get both of that. We'll come back up to Color, and then maybe we'll do orange color. Maybe that color right there. That's a nice red color. And then we'll do the same on the one in the back there. Come up to Color, make sure we're in face, and then I want to pick let's do this this color right here, and then we'll two clicks to get the cap. Come back up to Color, and then maybe we'll do like a pink lid. All right, now we're going to do select that bottom there, hold down Control key to get both, and then we're going to go, let's do see another color over here. Let's go let's do this. No, I already have one of that color. Let's do like a lime green, and then we could two clicks to get that lid. Come back up to Color, and then we'll do maybe like I guess orange is good. Okay, we'll go to orange there. And now we'll do the same over here. We'll get these. Come back up to color. We'll do that. Let's just do that brown there. 2 clicks to get the lid. Then we'll get a maybe let's do maybe a gray color, a dark gray for that one. Okay, now we'll go get these two here. Hold down Control. Let's come up here. Let's grab. You can do another color too. If there's a color that you want to do, you can go more colors. So if you want to pick color from the spectrum here, or you can specify the RGB value. So you can do that, or you can add custom color there. And then, so if you're going to use that a repeat amount of times, you'll have it there. And then just remove if you don't need it there anymore. And you can do a texture too. If there's a texture that you want to add, I can show you how to add that. So we'll go, let's do the lid there. Or actually, let's get this, hold down Control. Let's change that. Let's go do this kind of an avocado black color. Double click that lid, and we'll do like a green. Let's try this green. All right, let's grab that, and then we'll do the one in the back there. Let's go get that. Let's do this blue color, and then we'll double click on the lid, and then maybe we'll make a yellow for the lid, and then we'll do this one in the back here, and then I'll show you some other functions. We'll go here. Let's do gray, and then double click there, and then maybe like a black lid. Okay, so this is normally how you would do colorize something or texture something or render something, and there really isn't a rendering option in Design Spark Mechanical. It's not like it isn't like Rhino, and it's not like Blender. Blender, you can actually add textures, you can add lighting, you can change your camera. You could do a wide angle, or you can zoom in on something. You can even do what's called a bump map that makes something look like it has a kind of a bumpy texture to it. Can't do that in Design Spark Mechanical. It's not really designed for. It's not designed to do that. So it's just designed for basic stuff. So like if you wanted to do a texture here, I'll show you real quick. We'll go ahead and get a texture. I'll minimize that, and then we'll open up a new window here. And then we'll just maybe make I don't know, let's say metal. We'll do a metal texture. All right, so what you would do is if you say you wanted this to be on your bottle, you'd select that. And then you would do a screen capture of that, or you'd save it, right mouse click, do a save as. Make sure that it's a JPEG, and then do it on the desktop, hit a save. And then we'll go ahead and close that. So now we'll open back up the Design Spark. So if you wanted to say make this one a texture, you would just select the area you want to have texture. You come over here to your color. You come down to more colors. You come over here to texture, and then you would click this drop down arrow and say diffuse. And then you would hit add here, get your texture, and then you would hit OK, say OK. So now you're going to have this, let me zoom in on this, so you would have this texture here. Sometimes this works. I mean, you can see like what it typically does is it resamples stuff, so it kind of put the texture here, and then it starts to wrap it around in a different way. You can experiment with that to get it to work right. So what you would do is just come up here and go down to more colors, go to your texture, and then you would change your scale here. Instead of 1, maybe you would make it 1.5, maybe make this 1.5, and then hit OK. And then this seems to be a little bit better. This made the texture a little bit bigger. So now you have your texture here. And you can do that with any JPEG file. Like if you wanted to make maybe like a glass texture. Let's go get a glass texture. Let's right mouse click on that, new, and then just say blue glass. Blue glass texture, and then you could do one of these. Maybe like this one's kind of cool. So you just right mouse click on that, save as, do it on the desktop as a JPEG, save, and then you would close that and then go back to your Design Spark, and then maybe we'd want to make this here. Hold down Control key, go to your color, then your more colors, texture, drop down to diffuse, and then you want to add, and then you want to double click on that, hit OK. So now you have this. You see here how it kind of wrapped funny. So you really have to it's not a modeling program. Keep that in mind. Rhino does have, they really significantly lowered your trial period. I remember when I first got it, it had 180-day trial period, which was really long. And now it's only 90 days, so 3 months. But you can still try it out for 3 months. So what you would do is just come in here to your more colors, and then you would have to do your texture here, and then you change the scale on this. You might have to make this scale smaller actually. So let's go to 5.5 and then see what it looks like. Yeah, you'd have to play around with it, but you get the general idea. So well, let's try to at least get this to look halfway decent. Let's try let's go down to more colors. Let's go to the texture, diffuse, scale. Let's go ahead and go, let's see if we make this bigger, if something changes. Let's go to 2. And then we'll hit OK. Yeah, it looks like it might have to be smaller. So let's go back to that. Click there, go to the more colors, texture, and then change. Let's try. Let's go to 0.2. See if that makes a difference. So yeah, you'd have to spend a lot of time in here and see how it's starting to replicate around. It doesn't really look very good. So you'd have to spend a lot of time messing around with that, and it's not great, but you could try to add a texture. Let's maybe it's just problematic because we're trying to add it to this part here too. So let's go to more texture, click there. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's still doing that sampling. Let's go to more. Let's go to the texture. Let's bump it up. I think it's too small. Let's do 1.7. See what this looks like. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you have to play around with these too much. I mean, this might work good if you were going to do, say, the cap. You're going to color something small. Let's hit more colors, texture. Maybe if you were going to do that just as the cap. Oh, I forgot to put a texture on there. Let's double click, grab that, go to more, texture. We have to come here, drop down to diffuse, click that one. All right, so yeah, that doesn't look too bad for the cap. That looks okay, and then maybe we can give this a just a normal kind of a brown color. All right, so anyhow, that's how you would do it if you want to add some basic textures to Design Spark Mechanical. If you want to make if you have something and you want to make it transparent, this is how you would do it. If you want to change the background, this is how you would do it. If you wanted a darker background, you just go to your file, Design Spark Options, go to your appearance, come down here, and then change the color here. Hit your arrow, and then you could do, there's lots of colors to pick. You could even do like a tan color. So you got something like this. And then if you're going to, when it comes time to take your photo, you can just go ahead and do Control A, and then come over here to Design, grab your Move, and just move this over so it's not, so you're not taking the, you're not taking your screen capture with this thing in the way. So we could just move that down, and then go ahead and get your picture like this. Let's move this over. Yeah, or you could just, you can't really hide it because it's just there, but yeah, so that's basically how you would do it. And then, or you could just come in here and get rid of that. You could get rid of that in Paint. If it was really bugging you, you could just go ahead and get rid of it in Paint. But we'll do the screen capture here, or just move it up so it's gone out of the way there. So this is going to be our file. Let's go Control minus, actually Control plus. I want to put it right in there. So let's go ahead and select all. Let's move this up to this a little bit, right to there. And now to do the capture, you would just go ahead and do Windows symbol Shift plus S, and then you're going to get that piece there, and then just drag a marquee around what you want to capture. Let go, and then you're going to go ahead and go to your programs down here, your app settings, search for, find your paint, and then just Control V, Victor, V as in Victor, and then you're going to crop it. And then just go ahead and save this as a JPEG. Save. So this is never going to look as good as Rhino, and definitely not even going to look anywhere near as good as something you could do in Blender. Blender is a little bit more complex program. It's got a steep learning curve. So if you wanted to do, be able to do something, create a model that in a free program, you could use Design Spark Mechanical and create something like this. And then if you wanted to render it, you could also download a free program like Blender, and then you could learn how to, apply your textures to different areas of your model and how to set up lighting and maybe how to change your camera angle. That's really the best way to do it. Is do stuff. That's why I use Rhino, is because I had the trial period, and then once my Rhino expired, I still can go in there and do stuff. I can learn the program, but it just doesn't allow you to import stuff, or it doesn't allow you to save files, and it doesn't allow you to do some of the functions. But for just making a photo, adding textures, and then once I have something where I like it, I can do a screen capture, and because that bypasses the saving process. So I don't really have to save anything. So I can just continue to use Rhino to add my textures, because I don't really, I'm not really saving a file. I'm just making a kind of a capture of the file. So if that makes any sense. And so this is the best way to do it that I know if you don't want to spend any money on programs. I know Rhino is kind of expensive, but it's relatively inexpensive compared to programs that are meant to do texturing, meant to do bitmaps and lighting and that kind of stuff. But Blender is really your best option. It just takes a little while to learn it for texturing and all that stuff. Blender is a great program. But anyhow, this is how you could do it here, and then we would just save it as JPEG desktop, and then replace with the one that we have there. Okay, that's going to end today's tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. And to get back to your normal background color, just remember to come up here to File, go to Design Options, come down here to your background, click, and then that little arrow will appear, and then you can go ahead and do white, just a white right there, and hit OK. And now you're back to how this was before. Okay, thanks for watching.